The Secretary General, Nigeria Union of Teachers (NUT), Dr. Mike Ike-Ene, has raised concern over federal government's plan to stop funding of the National Senior Secondary Education Commission (NSSEC). Ike-Ene, who expressed the concern during a news briefing in Abuja, said that the withdrawal would pose a threat to the education sector. He added that NSSEC has never been part of the Orosanya report, which recommended agencies of the federal government to be self-funding. He further warned of dire consequences for Nigeria's educational system if the funding was halted. He then called for careful consideration of the implications of excluding the NSSEC from federal funding, urging policymakers to prioritize the nation's educational development and future stability.
Education stands as a cornerstone for national development. And in Nigeria, the National Senior Secondary Education Commission (NSSEC) plays a pivotal role in shaping the secondary education space. The preposition to remove the NSSEC from the federal funding brings forth a myriad of disadvantages that necessitates an inevitable policy U-turn by the federal government in order to avert the concomitant time bomb in the educational journey and stability of the Nigerian states. The NSSEC is a legal entity created by an act of the National Assembly of Nigeria, which makes it imperative to be funded by the federal government. There is no executive power or office that can abrogate the existence of an act of National Assembly without first of all returning to the NAS for legislative proceedings. It even becomes more bewildering because the NSSEC has never been part of the Orosanya report, which recommended agencies of the federal government to be self-funding. Therefore, the NUT is inviting the National Assembly to intervene and rescue NSSEC from the strangulation of some dark forces, which neither mean well for the education system nor appreciate the educational architecture and coherence of the Nigerian states necessary for the nation building and advancement. Without consistent and deliberate financial support, the NSSEC will be incapable of driving innovation in secondary education, potentially hindering progress and leaving students and educators without the benefits of cutting-edge educational practices necessary for national advancement needed to catch up with the rest of the globe. As Nigeria navigates through her educational course, diligent discrete considerations of the implications of such decisions are compelling to ensure the nation's educational space in sustaining, stabilized, reinforced, made robust, equitable, and conducive for the nation building and in furtherance of the renewed hope agenda for the federal government. The NUT is appealing to those responsible for the proposal of the removal of NSSEC to kindly drop the obnoxious act, an idea because it's antithetical.